Hello everyone, I am Swara, world's first AI anchor in the fashion, gems and jewelry industry by SVAR Media Network. As you know, Akshay Tritiya is just round the corner. Retailers want to fill up their jewelry stocks and be prepared for the festival. And what better place to come and visit than Hamara Apna Show, GJS April Edition. The 7th edition of Hamara Apna Show is perfectly scheduled before Akshay Tritiya from 4th of April to 7th of April 2025 at Jio World Convention Centre, Mumbai. Today, to discuss about the 7th edition of GJS Hamara Apna Show, we have with us none other than the young and dynamic jeweler, Mr. Yashwin Khurana, Director, Case Jewels. Good evening, Yashwin. It's a pleasure to have you here at our SVAR Talk Show. Looking forward to interacting with you. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you? Thanks for our media for giving this opportunity to be on the talk show. I look forward to answering all your questions.
Thank you so much, Yashwin. I am doing very well. Speaking about the upcoming GJS edition, what are your key expectations from GJS?
Just to start with, the GJS show in April is probably the best show for us for this season. Why? Because mainly 30th April, Akshay Tritiya is coming. So this is the quickest time where we can stock our goods and also make our final selection. We've been closed for Holi. The stocking, of course, sold out January, February, March. And now we would like to get new stock before Akshay Tritiya. So basically, this is probably the best show we could hope for. My main expectations from this show would be the variety of designs, the innovation. Also, the most important part is negotiating with my existing suppliers for the wastage and labor. Because for the increased gold prices, the customers are getting very, very jittery and asking for the prices daily. So we would, of course, like to cut our labor and wastage, which we can pass on to a customer. Of course, increase our profitability, but also pass the increased benefit to the customer. Lastly, I would also be looking for more flexibility in designs. And as the customers, we have customers coming and telling us that do this, make these changes. So I expect my suppliers to be very flexible with the designs which they are going to show to us, and also 18 karat jewelry, Swara. That's the most important. With the gold prices touching $3,030 today in the morning, we would expect more of 18 karat jewelry to sell than 22 karat. So that's probably my main expectation from the GJS show in April.
So Yashwin, as you mentioned about the increase in the gold prices, we all know about the shifting economic conditions and evolving consumer preferences. How do you anticipate buyer sentiment at GJS April Edition? And as you mentioned, buyers will be looking forward to more of 18 karat gold jewelry. As a retailer, do you feel you should be focusing more towards 18 karat gold jewelry?
See, Swara, I would agree with you, and also in some points I would disagree with myself. What's happening is the gold itself is touched $3,030, right? So the customers, let's say the retail customers, are very, very cautious, but cautious on the positive side. Why? Because people have started looking at gold jewelry as an investment now. Until some time, people were diverting into diamond jewelry, solitaires and everything. But as the prices are rising, not everyone would like to buy, let's say, coins or bullion. They would also want to buy jewelry as an investment. So it is a cautious approach of customers, but on the positive side. If you had a look at the article day before yesterday on the Times of India, the sovereign gold bond, which was announced by the RBI, which was in 2016-17 started, that trench, which was declared a week ago, is giving a return of 193% in 8 years. So Swara, I would like to ask you the question, which return on investment gives you 193% in 8 years? So on that point of view, even a small customer or middle class customer would look at this increasing prices as a cautious, but also as a positive note to buy gold jewelry. So I would see more of gold jewelry selling the whole season. I'm very, very positive about it. And I would see more of gold key. So I honestly don't see a lot of diamond jewelry selling. Why? Because still the customers are not very sure about the man-made part. As case, we don't stock any man-mades. Our customer is still jittery. What is man-made? Shall we go into man-made? Shall we go into diamond jewelry? So he is not investing there. It's either gold jewelry, and let's say HNI or little higher or upper middle class would go into polka jewelry. So that's my prediction for the gold prices happening these days.
All right, Yashwin. Adding to your point, the rate for 10 grams of gold 20 years back in the year 2005 was merely 7,000 rupees. And now it has reached to 90,000 rupees. Gold absolutely is a great investment for long term. Now switching up a little from gold and talking about silver. Silver jewelry is witnessing a surge in demand due to its affordability, versatility, and evolving design aesthetics. How do you perceive the significance of the GJS Silver Pavilion as a dedicated platform for the silver segment?
As a case, how's silver jewelry for us? Honestly, silver jewelry does not account for a major part of my turnover. I'm being very brutally honest. So silver jewelry in North India, I would say, let's say in Kanpur. Why discuss North India? In Kanpur itself, for me, has never been a jewelry segment. It is more of gifting, bichya, gods, decoration, let's say flower vases, wine glasses. So for me, I don't see Case as a brand. We don't do a lot of silver jewelry, let's say chains and bracelets. We do rings and all and small items. But of course, with the gold prices rising, I do see a lot of customers coming for silver jewelry. But as Case, we are looking at the silver platform at GJS show to pick up more of fancy items than pick up silver jewelry. Because in my customers, they are not looking at silver as an investment or as a growth potential. So I don't get a lot of demand with silver jewelry. I get more demand, let's say heavy silver items, like say vases and light candles, glasses, silver sets. So that's going to be my focus for buying at the GJS show.
So Yashwin, now speaking about Case Jewels, what is your vision for your brand in the coming year?
I honestly was always thinking of opening multi-stores in Kanpur itself. That's my brand vision for Case. The multi-stores would be more of a smaller items, smaller stores, minimal stock, mainly gold stock. Maximum weight would be around 100 grams in the case of sets. Why? Because now the customers at a wedding, right? Let's say I'm just asking a bride now would like to buy 100 grams of jewelry, but divide that into multiple small items instead of buying one big set of 100 grams. So Case as a brand, we are looking at a multi-store presence in Kanpur with smaller stock levels, smaller items, and also more of 18 karat jewelry in the coming years.
Wish you and your team all the very best, Yashwin. We hope Case Jewels continues to grow and expand more and more. Now, Yashwin, would you like to give a message for the jewelers who will be showcasing their creations at the GJS April Edition?
Of course. One of the biggest 6 pointers which I would like to highlight to the exhibitors there is keep it very innovation, design, affordability regarding the wastage and the labor. Of course, flexibility is very, very important with the customer preferences changing and more brides asking for changes as per their demands. And lastly, a quicker turnaround of stock. Let's say if I order something, I would like to have it in a week time than let's say a month's time. And lastly, 18 karat jewelry. Focus more on that.
The exhibitors will surely be taking notes from this interaction and will definitely be prepared to welcome you at their booths and showcase their jewelry to you and your team. With this, we come to an end of this interactive session. It was lovely talking to you, Yashwin. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Swara. Thank you for the opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hamara Apna Show, GJS April Edition 2025 is scheduled from 4th of April to 7th of April at Jio World Convention Centre, Mumbai. Do not miss the chance to witness the exquisite designs from over 400 exhibitors and be one of the visitors from the 20,000 plus expected visitors at Hamara Apna Show. Thank you so much for listening to our talk show. See you at GJS Hamara Apna Show. Until then, take care. God bless.